All right, so I am at it every single day just to remain very, very firm on this constant education and mandatory by law that every law official government is in corrections with detainees building together for the detainees first. They want to keep living in that big mansion, they keep building with us. All right, you already know how to keep healthy funded on your wages. Every staff member, $10, $20 for a guaranteed wage increase every 3 months, and that never stops. So you can always be healthy no matter how the economy fluctuates. And every company in the world will have builders and contractors working permanently with the banks. And then you use home line of equity after a lump sum of years, and then you continue to branch out and use the same similar structure to our neighbor countries because they need a home too. We have great relationships internationally. We are best of friends. You already notice how everybody is your partner. Every single individual in the world. Equally 100% partnership in any business endeavor that you present yourself. Why? Because our health is our business. We have healthy teamwork. We have healthy understandings, healthy communication when we come outside. We don't want our vacation spots and public areas rotting. I went to the park the other day and there was litter. Do you want to be breathing that? Do you want to be eating all that toxic waste? Because it collects harmful debris over time. We need every policeman, military, border patrol, correction, building, CIA, FBI. We already have great relationships worldwide. This builds trust. This builds understanding, great equity. This builds friendships, everlasting bonds that will never be broken. This ensures disease control. Everybody needs to be following the rules on increasing wages. There's no reason why somebody waiting or flipping burgers is not affording a healthy, comfortable living when everybody should. It means you're not taking your life serious. There wouldn't be no heart disease. There wouldn't be no cancer. There wouldn't be none of these diseases that would ever exist if our surroundings were up to date. If everybody was on that same page on caring for our animals and their surroundings and replanting their plants, taking care of everybody, making sure everybody's under healthy living standards, home, vehicle, clothes, labor work needed, spreading the good word, a kind gesture, doing something good for somebody, being nice to somebody, a compliment every single day. Once a day it starts, it does wonders for your health and that person's health. Oh wow, nice outfit that you got on. You know what? You do make sense, I like the healthy communication that we're having. It empowers and motivates and encourages both to continue doing acts of kindness. And you'll see how unstoppable you get. When there's bigger deals, you're going to notice every turn is very great and happy. The confusion and chaos comes from those that are not as great, and they'll do whatever and anything for a house. So now there's no reason and no excuses. We get right to it. Now you understand that money was food for thought. There's people to pay. There's people to keep healthy, to keep producing that great success to our companies. It's God every turn, caring for all of our consumptions. With the funding that we gain here, we can implement to our neighbor countries because God needs us. Every flight, just delivering lumber, seeds, livestock, animals, with the rules that we all have to follow together in order to remain in a great standing and great life, and our privacy and consumption is respected. So you need to start creating that space where conflict is not even anything to do with that better example for a better tomorrow. Now that's all they're going to be thinking. That's all you're talking about. That's all the conversations come about every single day, and that's all that consumes your headspace. Healthy habits. But we're still going to need educational reminders in media, motion pictures, on personalities and reasons. Hey, some personalities and situations that happened, so the new life and our peers won't forget, hey, we shouldn't do that. Hey, that's what's out there. We don't want that. That's a waste of time. There's houses that need to be built. Old homes are collecting harmful debris. Old cars are collecting harmful debris. They need to be brand new. They need to be made brand new. Home line of equity. Line of credit. We're not playing with anybody's health. Air quality is an all-time unhealthy low. That's fucking embarrassing for those put in position thinking that, they have this money or that money. That's bullshit. Because everybody around the world has the same amount, even more. They just didn't need the food for thought. They follow the rules because it's a humongous world. If attention is misdistributed, then chaos will erupt and conflict will erupt for no reason. Unnecessary things that people go through that shouldn't have to be seen or went through. You fell for it. We didn't. We don't need the attention. We don't need the food for thought. We need healthy teamwork, understanding, making sure the good job gets done. That's enough. That era is over. Hyping up a team, we just don't want the attention. We want our privacy. We want to be left alone. Yeah, it looks pretty, right? Your plate looks pretty when it's cooked and, right? But do you know why you have that privacy? Do you know why it's literally like important to care for your consumption? Because people are like already going their attention elsewhere on, equipment just to adapt to a shitty narrative, and the helping hands and manpower are not being used as they should be. Now there's more animals suffering because our renewable resources, they leak into our oceans and they toxify our animals' bloodstreams. And that's why you see cancer, and that's why you see heart disease. There's a humongous ocean, and you're only basing it off a country, a state? Really? And there's a humongous world out there? We don't need any more stupid, careless people anymore. We already reached a level of now we know what we're working with. Now we know what is short-lived. Now we know what works best for the best interests of all, to keep obtaining that level of success that we want to keep obtaining. You're impressed by what? Shiny planes, fancy cars? Everybody's not. We're impressed by labor and education, knowing that we can get the same thing. Increasing wages, that's nothing. There's rules that need to be followed by law. So you won't come out and be all sick in front of our families and loved ones. How can somebody else be very, very firm on your health and your loved one's health and care for your family more than you care for your own family? Ask yourself that. You lack the confidence, you lack leadership, and you lack direction. Nobody should be entertaining and going off on impulse talking about war, conflict, or any of that. God is good every time. God every turn. You need to cut that grass. You need to build that home for that man and women, that family. Making sure you implement that good, healthy leadership, healthy patterns. You got to understand how you keep on living. Because people are sitting on their ass with radioactivity and low frequencies just harassing the public. And that's fucking embarrassing. I'm just ignoring the fact that they're trying to interrupt my speech to derail my focus. But I stay with God. It never works. That shit creates fucking wars, conflict, for no reason. You're not gonna be trying to brainwash us or mind control us. You're fucking shit, whoever you are. And I deserve to tell you, with God, because I'm the reason everybody in the whole world is alive today and breathing. I predicted the pandemic in 2016 when God told me, Mr. Roman from the Bible, and it actually happened in 2020 and it killed tons because you guys are getting careless. How many more yachts are you going to be buying? How many more abandoned mansions are you going to be having? Lacking the understanding that you need to bless others to keep on obtaining that lifestyle that you desperately want. Nobody cares about your shitty fucking tux. Nobody cares about your possessions. When all that goes away, and what are you going to impress when everybody that you take the value from dies? Who are you going to come out to and try to impress? You accumulate this idea of success, and then you come out thinking you're better than your surroundings, when in reality, everybody accumulates this information and intelligence only basing it off of whatever they see in front of them presented to this day. So the greatest value that you have always is what's in front of you. And it's every single individual, every animal that teaches you in silence with God. There's pointless investigations off assumptions, off of one's own paranoia, off of a movie. And they have the same schedule as a fucking movie that they saw. And they're sitting on their ass. They're taken care of, but their attention is not where it needs to be in Helping Hands and Manpower. Because public safety is making sure everybody's under healthy living standards. So you build side by side, you cook side by side, you clean side by side with us. You teach new life, because new life comes in very, very rapidly. It's a humongous world. Not even a state can fathom that understanding. But you're going to always be reminded. And the reminder and the understanding on why you come out, that makes every step understandable. It's all healthcare. These nonprofit events, these social events, these gatherings that are very healthy, it keeps work moving smoothly. They called gambling a sin. It's the healthiest, funnest, alternative, one of the good ways to have everybody involved and staying, used to each other, games involved. It was beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And what do these healthy, fun gatherings mean? It keeps work going smoothly. It keeps people used to each other. And of course, someone that knows business understands that there's no risk. And that is why when we approach with all of our families together, because it's always a together thing, and that's how problems get solved with ease. And that's how you notice If someone excludes the world and only thinks it's about a team or a country, then they're walking without their head. Then all they see is conflict and they just keep on adapting and they drive themselves crazy. Dude, it's a humongous world. Not even the government officials are not even a percentage of the whole world. So you're going to be directed right with the rest of us. You're not going to become a health hazard to yourself, to your family. At that point, you ain't even serving shit. In fact, you're only serving shit. So redirect yourself. Because just like how you think you're tough and your team is tough, there's somebody out there too that thinks they're tougher and they're more intelligent. And people that are not thinking that, with the clarity of a mindset, they have more of the advantage because they're not entertaining shit and they know how to live. We already know how to never see shit. So live a great life. Never entertain it. Understand the difference of the good word and reminders. It comes with remaining very, very constant, dude. You're getting older. New life keeps coming in. You don't want to be taken out by new life that you weren't constant in, and they go off diving their attention elsewhere. I'm already seeing half lives, people living half a life. I'm already seeing other individuals taking advantage of our elders, making them delirious and confused for no reason, dude. We're looking for healthy, great results, man. The goal is, hey, let's make sure we give extreme life, endless life to every individual. Great results we're looking for. Stop playing with your life. Stop playing with your intelligence. Endless possibilities with great relationships. We build side by side corrections. It builds trust. It builds understanding. It builds great relationships. And that's very effective in disease prevention. There's no reason why you guys should be going through all of these diseases at a very early age, or diseases, period, when sickness can become very, very rare. We already have the helping hands in manpower. We're already barely, documented in 2,000 years. Consider the fact that we were already living before people thought of documenting the days. So you need to be directed in that right direction, because they can already manipulate video surveillance. They can already manipulate recordings. So at this point, you're wasting your time. Work side by side, eliminate all assumptions, pointless investigations, pointless arrests that, dude, everybody's innocent. All it took was great leadership in providing those good examples. Putting them in a better position when they didn't see that when in their own personal life or whatever. God is good all the time. You're going to have to be trusting God on that direct path instead of adapting to your own paranoia, because then you make problems for yourself. Increase those wages very, very healthy. Every pay period, $10, $20 for a guaranteed wage increase every 3 months, and that never stops. Everyone building. It's mandatory. Or else you guys create this toxic world that, oh my goodness, you do not want to go there. So just focus on what works. With the same healthy patterns, we go to the next planet and then the next planet. Your lives can be very, very fun and very fruitful. Great friendships, great relationships. You don't have to leave your families ever. You can always stay teaching because it's all education. And before I say it's effective immediately, everybody's on the job. I mean, dude, what did you expect from God, dude? All of our families together, working together. There never was such thing of a selected handful or the 1%, dude. Now you understand how they were just trying to see their surroundings and you fell for it, whoever you were. What about the 99%, the majority of the 1%? You guys are fighting over fucking crumbs for no reason. And you get all possessive for no reason, dude. It doesn't even give you life. Now you have people thinking they have to depend on you when that's not even the case. You're just a poor leader. You just have to, follow the rules. Franchises let you set up your own location. And with your resume that you obtain, good communication, good customer service, have a building team there with you, increase your wages constantly, healthy, very, very important, demand in labor work to care for our consumptions and healthcare needs. Very, very important resume assets that you can contribute to every business. Every business desperately needs that better approach and better outlook to never go out of business. Understand that they pay people like me tons, dude, to ensure no risk to their business. And what do we say with all of our families involved? Leave it in the foundation. Because then there's some people out there that try to hack into our accounts and steal from us. And then they don't even get job done. They just say, oh yeah, we're gonna listen, they just take it, they bully us, they threaten our family, they kill our family. No. You're not gonna take away healthy teamwork, healthy communication, healthy friendships. You're not gonna take away education and the rules needing to be constant and firm with education. There's a humongous world to keep healthy. See, they do that popping shit, dude, for no reason. And that literally causes plane crashes, automobile accidents. They shock your head. I don't know what they're doing. They use our bodies as a conductor to use us like a telephone. Manipulated meant-to-bes, manipulated deja vu. They try to harass you for no reason. How many more people are going to have the luxury to just sit on rot in their ass? Just harassing the public because they think they're better than what's in front of them. And then we hype them up a bit. They see a sneak peek of success. And then they start thinking and devaluing all of our great partners. You know what I tell them? Hey, we got a team there for you. No. No such thing. We're kind to all. We're there for everybody. Because then they hide behind you. And they need to know the same value that every single person, animal matters along with their surroundings. God every turn. Because you're not going to be favoriting us and whoever you fancy and then harass our partners that are a great asset to keeping us very successful, that never bother anybody, that leave everybody alone. And you're convincing others that it's always been. No, it hasn't. God says you could leave and you're going to leave. And we keep warning you, with everybody in the whole world warning you, that you need to leave because you're fucking distracting, you're unnecessary, and you do nothing for us. You're just wasting our time. You're getting in the way of our great results. I'm the reason why you're breathing and alive today. So you're gonna listen. I know how to keep you living when you got careless. And everybody was listening already. That's how I know it's not a select handful. You're gonna build and you're gonna correct and you're gonna lead. You're gonna accumulate these healthy habits together with all of us. Nobody's playing with your life. Nobody bothers you. Everyone leaves you alone. You're just making things up in your head. I'm ignoring everybody who's trying to talk like that. You get God. God bless.